Hey everyone, it's Lizzie from Lizzie's Roller Gems. Welcome back to my channel. Today is Flirty Friday. I'm working on my Flirty Friday picture. The only gripe I have about it is this time the black is not fitting as well. There's a lot of popping. I don't know, it's because I'm using shitty black drills or what, but that's the only part of the painting that is really doing the pops. And I'm not liking it. But other than that, the detail in the arm and everything is turning out amazing. I wish there wasn't so much black in this painting and that it was messed up, but it is what it is, and we're just going to continue on working on this project because I really want to see what it looks like when it turns out. And you all know by now, if you follow my channel, I never back out of a challenge. So it is what it is. I'm really sad because the last painting I did from the store was really good. See, this is how you can't always judge bad, poor quality drills on a certain company, because it's not really the diamond paintings company's fault. It's the manufacturer that manufactures the drills. Because of the pandemic and everything, they're probably caught staff, you know, what am I going to say? Manufacturing probably hasn't been up to its capacity this year due to COVID. So obviously they're probably trying to pump out some more drills right now, and they're not really caring about quality. And that's what I think is happening for sure. But with that said, black is always a bad color to get. Black is always iffy, and any company you get it from. So yeah, it is what it is, and we're just gonna keep on trucking along, and hopefully the black drills start getting a little bit better. But they're not popping up everywhere, just here and there, and it might be ones that I did not really care about if they had a tab or not, and it could also be my fault of not throwing out bad stuff. I have a very bad habit of not really caring about garbage, and I know a lot of other people do, but sometimes I just can't be bothered. Sometimes I can, and I don't know. I'm just rambling on. It is a Friday. It's Friday morning, and it's really early in the morning. I was watching Criminal Minds because I am addicted to it right now. I've realized that there is a gap in Criminal Minds that I don't really know about, and it's from season 5 to I don't know what. So there's kind of gaps here and there of things I haven't watched. So I need to piece it all together, and that is why I'm watching it from the beginning and working my way down. What does that say? Well, I'm working my way to the finish. I'm not. Let's just start backwards. I'm starting the right way. I just think it's complicating if you start it backwards, but whatever. It is what it is. Season 4 is a very, very big tearjerker. And if you watch Criminal Minds, you probably know what I'm talking about. But with that said, that's enough talk about crime. Ooh. Well, actually, I got one more thing to talk about crime. I just want to say my heart goes out to the family in London, Ontario that got ruthlessly killed in a... I can't even say it was a hit and run because it was intentionally, they were the targets, and a very, very bad hate crime. And I feel bad for the family. kind of hits close because this guy was familiar to my town. He worked at one of the factories here in town, not mine, but one of them. And it just blows my mind of how close this guy was, and they're calling it terrorism act. I think he's getting charged actually for that. Yeah, so my heart goes out to the family, no matter what race or religion you are. Nobody should judge what kind of faith you lead. So yeah, if you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. It's probably in every social media outcast. So yeah. With that said, on not a so gloomy subject, we're gonna talk about, I don't know what we're gonna talk about today. I was listening to the song on the radio, and I will talk to you about that song after the shoutouts, so stay tuned. And we're back. And the Facebook shout out this week goes to, are you excited? It goes to Gail. She writes, my grandson is pushing me to get this done. I got it off of Amazon. It's a 30 by 40 drill area. And it is Dark Vader. I wonder if she started this on May 2020. Get it? No, not May 2020. May 4th. May the 4th be with you. 2020. What am I talking about? Okay, Liz needs more Timmys in her life this morning. Yes, I do. So, Gail, really, really nice. It's looking super, super good. Even for like such a small painting, it's looking really good. Now, YouTube comment of the week. I said if you commented on my last Wip&Chat that wasn't a diamond painting, I don't know how many people actually watched that Wip&Chat. Well, of course, it's not going to actually go where I left it off because my phone wants to be like this. Only 39 people watched that Wip&Chat. Guess people don't like plastic canvas. I don't know, but I enjoyed it. It's to Jill. Jill says, I love listening to you and all your stories. I love going to your lives. Thank you, Jill. And she's also a member to my channel. If you want to become a member, just hit the join button down below. And you get some access to some early videos that I post. I posted this week my early access to my unboxing. So, if you want to get some perks, just go there, and if you become a member, you're also asked to join my Instagram for members only. Maybe this weekend we'll do a live. I don't know. We'll see. Keep an eye on your Instagram because I might pop up sometime through the weekend to do a live on Instagram. First one. Let's see if I can get this to work. But you never know. I might and I might not. But we will try my bestest. So, Jill and Gail. So, I'm going to write your names down. And Gail. Just want to make sure I spell your last name right. Just for purposes of if you win. I know who the heck won this. All right, both names are put in my papers, and I'm gonna fold them up, and I'm gonna put it in the jar. There's only a few more weeks left before the first draw. Jar's getting really, really full. I'm loving every minute of this. So that is that. The shoutouts are done for this week. Very fast, cute, and simple. if you want to be on the shoutouts and go in for the draw for January 31st and December 31st. Is it 31 days in December? I don't even know. June 30th. There's not 31 days in June. So June 30th and December, I think there's 31 days in December. I don't know. I don't know that. It's every other week, month, or I don't even know. But anyway, I'm just rambling again. Join, and you might win a $50 gift card. I've decided that you have your choice between Treasure Studio Arts, Diamond Art Club, and Dreamers Designs. So one of those three places, someone's going to win a lucky gift card. For $50, you're just going to have to let me know which place you want it from, and then I will purchase it, and then I will send it to you in an email. With that said, let's get back to Flirty Friday right now. And I'm back. My computer's making a lot of noise. I hope it doesn't bother you guys, but I don't feel like turning it off because I have it saved where I last left off on Criminal Minds. Because after I'm done this Wip&Chat, I am going to so watch it, and then I'm going to try to upload this and see if I'll actually upload. You guys are probably wondering why I cut out the things. It just makes it easier for me to edit. Then I don't have to watch myself talk all over again. Because, you know, there's only so much I can listen to me ramble on. Really. But, sure entertainment for you guys, I hope. I just love talking to myself. Maybe I need help. I don't know. But, yeah. And so, anyway, I was listening, like I said, I was listening to a song this morning on the radio, and it made me think of past relationships and stuff. Like, when I broke up with one of my boyfriends, it was in the 90s, and Alanis Morissette. Does anybody know who Alanis Morissette is? She is a Canadian artist, but she became very, very popular in the United States as well. And pretty sure she lives in the United States now, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, enough of that. I don't know. But she has a song, You Oughta Know. And when me and my ex broke up, I played that song on my CD till I literally wore the CD out, like on repeat. Love that song. Love that song. If you haven't listened to it, go check it out. And you will see why I love that song so much. It reflects so much to me. Just reflects. It's kind of a little bit about breaking up and then them being with somebody else. In my sake, it was pretty much, well, I didn't know at the time, but he left me for the neighbor. Only found out that a couple of weeks later, but yeah, whatever. It is what it is. I'm totally over that. But it just reminds you of life. That's why my Lizzie Falcon painting is so, what do you say, meaningful to me, because it reminds me of so many times I've had my heart broken. And, you know, every time I pick myself up and carry on. And, you know, it's just a wonderful feeling to know that I can move on with my life. You know what I mean? Like, I don't need someone to complete me. But I'm not saying it wouldn't be nice, but I don't need. You know what I mean? I've come to the realization, I've been on my own for so long, that, you know, I've come to wonder sometimes, is it worth all the pain and effort? I don't know. I just once would like to be in a normal relationship. What is normal, though? Does anybody have a normal relationship? That's the key to what I think. I don't know. I know couples have their ups and downs. I just like to have a normal relationship for once in my life. Just once. That would be swell. That would be swell, wouldn't it? Yeah. But no, that song, really love that song. I love Alanis Morissette. I love all her songs. I love that whole album. It was the most popular album. And I love that whole album. She was definitely one of my faves in the 90s for sure. I just got 5s and G's left. Woohoo! I want to know I got 1K. 1K. Oh no, I think that's an S. The S's and the 5s are tricky. They're tricky, tricky. Yeah, so week. I talked a little bit about that, but before I get into that, you know me, I'm all over the place, but I was just going to tell you about my week. So on Wednesday, it's so hot here in Ontario, like, I just want to rip off all my clothes, but that's another segment of Flirty Friday. Just joking. Just joking. No, I'm doing a lot of and O's and uh-oh. Remember that? There used to be a message thing that went, uh-oh. I think it was ICQ that would go, uh-oh. I do that pretty good, eh? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, SpaghettiOs. I used to say that to my kids all the time. So, Wednesday, I got to work and she tells me, oh, Liz, can you run line 7? Which I'm like, cool, yeah, I'll run line 7 because when I run a line, it makes the day go a lot faster. I don't think as much. I don't think about my pain as much because I'm busy. I need to concentrate. I got to figure out things. I have numbers to put in and blah, 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 you know. It's not like my regular job that is pretty much darn boring, but I said okay, and I ran, but it was so hot out, the plant wasn't up to temperature. It was warm. It wasn't as cool as normal. You know how I always complain how cold it is. It was to the point where I didn't even have to wear my winter jacket in there, and you know it's pretty warm in there. Well, of course, nothing wants to run properly because it's too warm in there. And not my line was fine. The product was running good. The carrots were running really, really good. But then I ran out of carrots and I had to start California mix. Well, California mix is the worst. The worst product to run because it's bulky. Sometimes some of the cauliflower is big, so it doesn't want to fit in the box properly. That's one problem. But another problem is the auger that brings it up to the scale sometimes gets plugged because the product is so chunky and big. And you really got to watch because if you let the auger run, it grinds it up and then it just turns the product to mush. So I was having a problem with that, and Scale 2 didn't want to dump, and I couldn't understand why Scale 2 wasn't dumping. And it all happened after she did her checks for metal detector checks. When she did that, she told me she moved one of the sensors up there. Well, when she did that, it totally messed up my scales, and I was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. Everybody's super busy and frustrated because none of their lines are working, so I didn't want to bother the rest of them because, you know, that ain't my regular job. You know, I've just been thrown into it when someone's on holidays. So I know some stuff, but I'm still learning, right? I'm still learning, and then the QA girl helped me set up my line for that one because everybody else was busy. Because I still don't know how to, and they didn't really teach me, but I don't know how to change the code on the box at the computer. Nobody's taught me that program. but I know how to do everything else. And then she kind of showed me how to do the line clearance by myself, so I did that as well. And yeah, so it is what it is, and I got it all up and running. I smashed my fingers really bad, like, I don't know if you can see because the lighting in here kind of sucks, but I got like a bruise on this finger. I smashed these 3 fingers on the roller. Freaking hurt. I'm like, oh, my diamond painting hand. Ah! Tragic. But it's okay today. It was throbbing a little bit yesterday. And so when I get to work on Thursday, they said, oh, line 7's going down because don't have enough product to run. So they're shutting down 7 for all of the weekend. And I'm like, oh, I was kind of bummed out because, you know, I could have ran that line after the big clean. Well, someone fell on the big clean. Very, very bad fall and off a ladder. So that was that commotion that day. But then she didn't have really anything for us to do. And then they stuck us in. It's like you go from extreme hot to freezing. So she's like, oh, you guys are going to do Kirkland. That's like the brand from Costco. We had to cut them open and put them back into the tote because there's something wrong with them. I don't know exactly sure what was going on with it, but whatever. So, and we don't even do Kirkland. It was from Ingersoll, so why they send it to us to do, I don't know. But anyway, that's a whole other story. So they tell us to go do it at the back dock of like the warehouse. Well, doesn't the warehouse door not closing in the back dock? Well, the warehouse is minus 18 degrees. It's freezing cold. The forklift drivers wear like snowsuits. That's how cold it is back there. Well, the door ain't closing. And they want us to work in this little tiny room by like the front doors of the dock where the trucks get loaded. Well, frick, it was so flippin' cold. I was dying. My hands were like, my body wasn't really cold. It was my hands. Like my hands were like throbbing. Like I felt like I was getting frostbite on my hands. Like my hands were so cold. We kept on going to the door and opening up the door just to warm up. And like it was blazing hot outside and we're outside in our winter jackets on and we're just like, they're like, oh yeah, but they were supposed to tell us to dress warm today. Well, someone forgot to send out the memo because I would have dressed a lot warmer than what I did. But nobody told us that we were going to be in the freezer. So yeah, that happened too. I was so happy when we got out of there because I was so cold. And then it took forever for all the lines to start up. We didn't get much product out yesterday at all. I think we started running at, I want to say 4 o'clock. I had to work on line 8 because line 7 was down and line 6 was only running corn, so they didn't need me over there. So I was on 8 because it was green beans. Even though the green beans were pretty clean. No weeds in it at all. I seen some Jamaicans back, so the Jamaicans are back. Only the first half of the Jamaicans are back. They're out of quarantine. I guess they got tested in Jamaica before they left. Then they had to get tested at the airport when they got off the plane. And then they were offered the vaccine as soon as they got off the plane. And then they did their quarantine, and I'm pretty sure they had to do another COVID test to make sure that they were in the clear. And some of them were at work already cleaning up to get ready for processing. So I saw a few of them, said hi. Mainly the old timers came back first. my Apple time is not coming back on this run. He's coming back in the July run. So then he has to do 14 days quarantine after that. So I ain't gonna see him till probably mid-July, which is kind of a bummer. But he's there till November, December. So I'll still be able to chit-chat and catch up. He's the only one that I consider a friend out of all of them. But yeah, I don't really know. Well, I know the one guy that come back, but I don't really know the other ones too much. Yeah. They, it's always, interesting times. Interesting times. I'm sure when I go out today to the store, I'll run into a few of them at the grocery store because they are at a quarantine. So you always see them riding their bikes around town. That's when you know they're back, when they ride their bikes to work. Alyssa, oh, we went to go pick up. No, we went to bring Tyler food yesterday because, you know, I'm such a good mom. Yeah, I brought him some lunch because he's like, Mom, can you bring me lunch because my lunch meat went bad? I'm like, oh, fine, whatever. And I'm like, okay, you're lucky because I'm not really doing much tonight. I was working on my plastic canvas, but I kind of in a funk with it because I'm finding like the flowers very difficult. So yeah. So I need to figure this out. I need to figure out the flowers because I don't know. I don't know about it, guys. I don't know. I feel like I need to take a break to go use the facilities. The facilities. What was I talking about? See? This is how much I ramble on. I don't even remember what the frick I was talking about. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. See? This is what you call brain farts. And I get them a lot. I can hear Luna gabbing out there. She's just having a good old conversation with herself. My daughter actually wants to go to the store. She's like, since we have a car seat, we can take Luna. Oh, I've never been to the store with Luna yet. But it should be interesting. Yeah, today non-essentials are open. Super excited. That's the most exciting day in Ontario yet. It's like, yay, we can actually go to the store and buy more than just food. Ain't that something? Canadian Tire's open. Oh, Home Hardware. All the fun stores. Maybe for men, but I like Canadian Tire. I do. But yeah, it will be very, very, very interesting. Oh, and I can actually don't have to do curbside pickup to go buy my vape juice. Kind of a little bit deterred. I hope she's in there because she's like, oh, we don't sell cotton bacon anymore. And I tried looking on Amazon, and Amazon doesn't sell cotton bacon either. And I need some cotton bacon so I can wick. Everybody's like, what are you talking about, Liz? It's for my vaping device. I put cotton in it, and it's an RDA. It's like all vaping terms. If you don't vape, you don't understand what I'm talking about. Even some vapors don't even know what I'm talking about. But because everybody's going to the pod systems. Well, I don't like the pod systems because I feel like the flavor gets mutated a little bit. And I like me some flavor. I'm going to pause you for a second because I need to use the facilities. And I'm back. Oh, I feel better now. I was like doing the pee-pee dance here. I was doing the pee-pee dance. Woohoo. I don't think you guys wanted to be see me all antsy because I was antsy. So I don't know where I left off, as per usual. But I was talking earlier about Alanis Morissette and the song, and about, well, it's not really necessarily a song about cheating. It's about someone moving on with somebody else, and she's peed about it. Like, you know, kind of saying, like, is she going to be better than me? Or would she do the things that I would do for you? Kind of like a deal, kind of a song. But then I was going to think about, let's talk about cheating. I'm not an expert at it. I've been cheated on quite a bit, so I know a little bit. Sometimes I think cheating is something, I think they get the thrill. Okay, I think there's two kinds of cheating. There's one that the guy just likes to get the thrill of being with somebody that they shouldn't be with, and the thrill of getting caught. The adrenaline, I can't even say the rush you get. I can't even pronounce words today. The rush you get. Oh, my daughter's being really loud with my daughter today. I think that's one form of cheating, where they feel the rush, the thrill of getting caught. Then there's the ones that are bored of the relationship they're in and think that if they find somebody else and cheat, that they'll bring back excitement in their life. And then there's the cheaters that, hey, you know, this person will give me stuff that my spouse doesn't like do, or maybe in the bedroom it hasn't been as good, and they feel the rush that they need to be with somebody else to make them feel good again. A lot of cheating happens, but 9 times out of 10, they never leave their spouse for the one they cheat with. The cheating is just a way for them to be reckless. Sometimes it's to get back at somebody because maybe the wife has cheated, or, you know, and then they get back trying to hurt their spouse. You did it to me, so I'm going to do it back to you twice as hard. Some people are just players, and they go into relationships and then they cheat on their spouses because the thrill of being a player. They like variety. They like to be with more than one person, but yet they fell in love with one of the people that they shouldn't have, and then it causes them to be in a little bit of a dilemma. You know, sometimes if somebody gets too close to somebody, they cheat just because they don't want to admit that it was getting too good. You know what I mean? And it's not the other person's fault by any means. It's not their fault that the people are like this. You know, sometimes people are just, you know, tired. They don't want to. They feel like they made a mistake. and this is how they justify it. I'm not saying that the way they're justifying is the right way, because I don't condone it at all. Would I ever cheat on my boyfriend? No. I would not. Because I know how it feels to be cheated on. I know both ends. And those are topics that I don't really want to get into on my channel. But I do know both ends of the spectrum. To be cheated on and to be the mistress. So, I kind of know both ends of the whole gist of it all. And you think I wouldn't because I was cheated on so much, but you'd be surprised what emotions and things. And you don't know everybody's circumstances, right? Because there's a lot of things that lead up to things that we don't know anything about. Should we judge people like this? I don't know. I think society in the whole is like this now. It's hard. And you know what? It's hard to trust people. It's hard. That's why you find a lot of relationships now have no trust. Because nobody can trust anybody they're with. I find that the cheaters don't trust their spouses even more because they're cheating. So obviously they must be doing something too because they're cheating. You know what I mean? Or they do very well to try to cover it up. And some of them are really good at it. But I always knew, like, my ex-boyfriend was not good at it. I always knew when he was cheating on me. And to the fact where, like, I think I just blew his mind when I caught him every time. But I didn't come out and say it the last time, but I knew it. Like, I had a feeling. I said to my friend Mo, I think we're done. I think he's seeing somebody else. And I was right. Like, a woman just knows. A woman just knows. And if they don't know, then they're in denial. They're in denial because they don't want to believe that their theory or their suspicions are correct. And I know a lot of women are like that too. That think, you know, oh, I'm just being a little bit over dramatic and it's not what I think it is. And you know what? 9 times out of 10, you're probably correct. I don't know how I'm going to do this end piece because my table's in the way. Yeah, I'm going to do this section right now. But I think that's it. And my rambling on about cheating. If you have any words of advice about that, let me know down below. Like I said, I'm not no expert. I just know what happened to me in the situations that I was in. And go listen to Alanis Morissette. Have a Alanis Morissette day. Have a Alanis Morissette day. It'll make you feel better. With that said, take care everyone. Till next time. Bye.
Well, folks, that's it for today's video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. And if you like, please subscribe to my channel. I'd be super tickle pink. And remember to hit that notification bell and it will remind you whenever I load up a video. And till next time, take care everyone. Bye.